Hello everyone, welcome back to Tree Building with Benito. So today we're going to go over the basis of how you breed trees with forestry. So the way you do that is basically you need a various load of trees just growing like this, and then you need to have some bees going. Haha. So what these bees do is they actually cross-pollinate the trees, much like in reality where you get flowers cross-breeding with each other via the pollen. The same will happen with these trees very slowly. So what we have, we get the beealyzer out. We can put the bees in here. We'll do a few of them just so we can identify them all. And where is it? Here you go. There's this thing called pollen just there. And that's how quick they can, change the trees. So you have the slower ones, slowest. So obviously the base ones aren't that great for breeding trees because it'll happen at a slow rate, but it will still happen. Before we go over that, this only works with default trees and forestry trees. Ones like this, which are the rubber tree, not compatible with this. They won't work. You won't be able to crossbreed anything with them. It just doesn't work. So eventually what will happen is you'll get a block that looks like this appear, and this is a crossbred block. So what you might need to do is make a grafter, which is here, which is just made with a stick and a bit of bronze. Very easy. Or you can upgrade to Fumium grafter if you have that researched in Formcraft, and that's basically a more durable one that you can put repair on, since these do not last very long. But what the grafter does, it gives you a 100% chance of dropping the sapling. So if you did it on this tree here, it's not going to drop because it's not a forestry one. So it's the same if I tried it on that one over there. But if you do it on this one, see it drop that. And now we have a silver lime sapling. So what's the difference between these trees? Well, if you come over here, you can make this thing called a treealyzer. So we just turn that on. So it's made with 4 copper, 2 glass panes, 2 redstone and a diamond. I'm just quickly powering it with a Stirling engine. You can use any sort of engine to power the carpenter. And what this does, it works in a similar way to the beealyzer. So as you can see, we can use it to find out all the traits of the bees and all that. Not too worried about that. And now we have these 3 different types of trees. We've got oak, birch and silver lime. So when this is done, what we'll be able to do is examine what each of the different trees does. Okay, so now I have the treealyzer. Now it's fairly similar to the beealyzer. You put honey in there, and then you drop saplings into here. So you can see this is an apple oak sapling, which is what the default sapling is. So it matures quite fast. It's a small tree, 1 by 1, yields a low set of saplings, like there. And sappiness, I'm not too sure what that one is, I'm afraid. So we go down, you can see it's got light growth, it's native to the plains, that's where it's best. And it makes apples, which is also poms. So you can see here, possible produce of the apples. We don't actually have any mutations there for it, and then that's just the stuff to go with it. And do the same with the birch. So you can see it's another fast maturing one, normal saplings, all that sort of stuff. Has no fruits to this one, so nothing from there. And we can have a look at the silver lime one, which is the new one we got. So you can see it's fast maturing, small again. Go down, you can see it supports nuts and prunes, but it doesn't actually produce any, so we need to sort of crossbreed that in if we want that. So now what we need to do is deal with my frame rate issues. 1 second. And now that's dealt with. We can throw down this sapling, say here, quickly bone meal it. You can see it looks a lot different to the other two, so this is what the silver line looks like. So now, if the bees are in range, they'll also cross-pollinate this one with this one, and we should be able to get some further mutations as well. But as you can see, it does take quite a while. We haven't got any new mutations around here. But next we'll move on to some of the trees that can produce fruit and nuts and that sort of thing. So we have one over here, which is the cherry, the hill cherry sapling. Have a quick look at that one. So you can see it's normal, fast, all that sort of good stuff. Same there, but you can see here it possibly produces cherries. So what that means is if we break the leaves, nothing happens. You're not going to get anything. And that's because these actually need to mature as well as the tree. So we can speed that up by right clicking with the bone meal. You can see it's now turned red. So now when we break it, we get these cherries from it. So they'll naturally grow red over time, or you can just cheat with bone meal. We can get some of that from it. And these are mostly just used, you can either eat them or you can use them in, say, a squeezer to get seed oil out of. Next, we go on to the different sizes of trees. So we've got this common walnut here. You can see suddenly the grid's changed to 2 by 2. So that means if we place one down, I can right click with bone meal, all I want, nothing's going to happen. What we need to do is make it a 2 by 2 grid like so, then right click with the bone meal. There's always one specific point you have to click, there you go. And we get this big tree, so you can get these lots of different size shaped ones. And again, this is another nut one, so you can see we need to right click it with the bone meal or wait for it to mature before we can get its yield from it. So there's a lot of different trees available. I'm not going to spoil all the mutations. I will provide a link to a useful place to get all the mutations if you're looking for a certain type of tree, because we can, with these trees, if we just look at NEI, get all these different color types of wood. So if you want white wood, you want to aim for a balsa sapling. If you want a sort of ready one, you got mahogany. You know, if you're using it for building, it's a very useful tool, and it's just quite interesting, really. It's something sort of different. It does take a while. Obviously, we've seen no more mutations here, but you can just stack up a load of alvearies or apiaries around one area, and they will slowly mutate everything in that area over time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'm happy to answer any you may have. I hope this has been informative and help you guys with starting your own tree breeding. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Toodles!